So, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Julie Brown, and I'm from just about 30 minutes from here over in Jasper County, Iowa. I'm a member of the Des Moines Catholic Worker, and I'm also, I work with CPT in Iraqi Kurdistan. My team is considered by some to be experts in cross-border bombings within Iraqi Kurdistan. We meet with the European Union, embassies, the U.S. State Department, and anyone who's willing to listen about the impacts of war. So it seems kind of funny to me being thought as an expert at anything. I guess this happened by default. See, my team is the only human rights team in the world currently reporting on the cross-border bombings in Iraqi Kurdistan. So that alone should tell you how much we need people working for peace in this world. After 3 years, I can almost tell you how a visit to a bomb village will go before we even arrive. You see, there are many people all over the world who are experts at war, and they have it down to a calculated science. It doesn't matter if it's a young girl from the Alana Gully with bomb shrapnel lodged in her wrist, or an Assyrian man from the town of Moines Ia talking about picking up dozens of body parts from his fields. They all recount the bombings like this. First come the planes or the drones. They circle around and left. Then came the F-16s and bombs and shells. During the active bombing, people try to hide. In the village of Dupre, families sheltered inside their homes during the last Turkish bombing. This provided little protection from the exploding glass and large rocks exploding off nearby mountainside that rained down on their homes. I visited Dupre many times, and although the last bombing was nearly 2 years ago, the children suffer from trauma and they're still afraid of the planes in the sky. In the Alana Gully, there was no place to hide. Shells fell directly on a group of children grazing sheep in a rocky field. The rocks in the field were not big enough to shelter more than one person at a time, so the children were spread all over the field, hiding alone as shells fell. As a mother, I try to imagine what that would have been like. My son hiding behind a small rock, alone for over an hour as explosions happened all around him. These were small children, and 3 of them were injured that day. These villagers never see a soldier. The children can tell you exactly who is bombing them. They will point up and tell you, we're being bombed by Turkey and NATO, and the U.S. is a member of NATO. The U.S. government arms the Iraqi government and the Kurdish Peshmerga while allying with, selling weapons, and storing nuclear warheads within Turkey. The U.S. has found ways to fight on both sides of this war at once. What does it take to be an expert on peace? In today's world, I guess, doesn't take very much, right? Unfortunately, it sometimes feels as though we're sorely outnumbered. But there are some places that we can start. First, we must be willing to say that we don't believe in these calculated sciences of war and speak out against weapons sales and weapons profiteering. We must amplify the voices of strong men, women, and children living in these areas of conflict, those affected by and resisting war, colonization, and occupation. And we have to get the military ceremonies out of our places of worship and the military recruiters out of our schools.
Yes. Yeah.
Seriously?
Take it from a former bartender and a single mother from a small town, Iowa. You can make a difference. We all can. You just have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone, because it's in that space of discomfort that we'll be able to stop this terrible war machine. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.